Hi, I'm Sophie Robinson, expert colour columnist at House Beautiful magazine, and I am on a mission to inspire you to have more colour and pattern in your home. In this episode, we're going to be talking about maximalism. Now, this is an increasingly popular way to decorate. It's essentially the more is more approach to decorating. All the colour, all the pattern, well, quite frankly, all the joy. For me, in my home, every room I've bought this approach to decorating. There are wallpapers and beautiful patterned fabrics, there are layered rugs, there are sideboards that are absolutely groaning with lamps and cake stands and fruit bowls and piles of books. There are library walls of books. There are so many cushions on my sofa that people struggle to know where to sit down. It is an absolute abundance of gorgeousness. So I urge you not to really listen to anybody else's opinion, because this is all about you decorating for you, creating the home that you love, that makes you feel your best. So shall we dig in and work out how we can make it all work for you? Now, I think this particular approach to decorating is really popular right now because it's an opportunity to be really playful, it's an opportunity to be really creative, and also really individual. I don't think any two maximalist interiors look the same. So it's all about you finding out where you sit on the maximalist barometer, if you like. Do you want a little bit of colour or pattern, or are you going to go full fat wallpaper on all the walls and the ceiling too, all the pattern, all the colour, all at once? Now, I get it, with maximalism, people have concerns. It's quite a full-on look, and it is a complicated look to put together, and there can be a lot of fear and worry about getting it wrong, it just looking like one kind of hot mess, and you will have your own feeling within how this look is going to work for you. Maybe it's more about the colour and less about the pattern, or maybe it's more about the pattern, but ultimately it is a decorating style that you need to take your time with. It's a go slow approach to decorating, and I think that's why, again, I love it so much. You can enjoy building and layering up this look in your home over time. And it doesn't need to be overly complicated. I'm going to show you a few of my tips on how you can get this look right. So first up, it's all about the colour with this look. And I think a lot of contrast in colour really helps create a sense of energy and contrast, and indeed drama. There is definitely a flamboyance to creating a maximalist interior. So you could go for very strong contrasting colour palettes. Say, for example, take a really citrusy yellow, mix it with that hot pink, and then like a flash of green. So you've got three very strong colours. They all sit beautifully together, but can you see how they create a lot of vibrancy, energy, and there's kind of like real visual impact with these particular saturated colours. Now, when it comes to colour, a feature wall is not gonna cut it. You're gonna want to think about applying colour all around the walls. It could be a really saturated colour, a really strong deep colour like this amazing cobalt blue, which is a really dramatic backdrop, or you might want to balance it with a calmer colour on the walls so you can add the visual impact on the big statement items of furniture. For example, a really bright, bold sofa, why not in canary yellow, might be the real statement piece in the room. So it's about being really confident with colour. You definitely don't want to opt out. You can also then layer colour up in all the different furnishings. We're thinking of blinds and curtains and cushions and rugs and footstools and headboards. There are so many different surfaces where you can get your colour injection, and the maximalist is going to put it everywhere. So the way I like to build up pattern in a scheme is not for it to be overly coordinated. We really want to avoid the matchy look. Instead, it's about building up lots of different patterns together, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So first of all, you might start with, say, a hero fabric. Look at this amazing bird motif. The embroidery on that is also really gorgeous. But you've got some really lovely colours in here. We've got this cobalt blue and the pink and the gold and the green all together, and then you can kind of like roll that out. So you might have like a little wiggle fabric here. We've got this gorgeous palm wallpaper, but you can also mix stripes and geometrics, even kind of leaf botanicals, but it's all about matching them back to this core colour palette, and that's what's going to give you the cohesion you need to make all these very different patterns sing together. The next element to consider is texture, and texture is in every interior design scheme toolkit to really help bring a scheme to life. But I think it's really important in a maximalist scheme because it's all about that lovely detail. So from really huge textured pieces like this amazing carved headboard that's so ornate and so beautiful, but really gives a beautiful background to all those other lovely textiles and fabrics, even to the smallest little detail. Maybe it's like a little bit of rickrack trim or a brush fringe, for example, on a cushion, or a bit of contrast piping on a piece of upholstery. All these little details make a maximalist scheme feel even more special. I think when you're also building up this very layered look, it's all about creating something that feels really good. So I'm always looking for feel-good textures as well. And it's the juxtaposition of the different textures together. So yes, you might have your lovely kind of rough-hewn timber headboard or table, for example, but when that's sat next to really beautiful glossy velvets or really pretty intricate embroidered fabrics or really lovely slubby linens or silk fabrics, there's something that really brings it all to life. It's just a celebration of beautiful fabrics, beautiful textiles and feel-good textures. Now, one of the reasons why I personally love maximalism so much is it's a celebration of the things you love, and it's about bringing more and more beautiful things into your home. So whether it's stuff you already own, hold on to it, or just slowly collecting pieces over a period of time. It might be a few heirloom pieces that have handed down. I'm always looking out at car boot sales and flea markets for beautiful pieces, or indeed the high street is absolutely awash with gorgeous stuff that you can use to elevate your maximalist interior, from statement cushions. It might be switching up your lampshades to something a bit more colourful and full of pattern, making a really big statement with an oversized chandelier or candelabra. I mean, it's definitely like pushing the boat out to make things even more fabulous. Artwork is another great area where you can get a boost of colour and pattern, or simply find that little quirky object. I think definitely maximalism isn't about taking yourself too seriously. So, you know, if something's a bit kitsch or a bit witty, then it's usually going to find a place in a maximalist home. So I hope this video has inspired you to at least dip your toe into maximalism. If not, well, go all the way.